Hi Army. I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, something shifted in that stadium the moment the lights dropped. Like, you could feel it. Not just excitement, not just anticipation, something deeper. Something electric. And before anyone could even process what was about to happen, the first beat hit. And then, he walked out. No, not just walked, he appeared. Like the stage had been waiting for him. Like the air itself made space for him. And for a split second, everything felt suspended. The screams hadn't even started yet, it was that kind of silence, the kind right before a storm breaks. And then it happened. The crowd exploded. I'm talking full-body chills, heart racing, can't hear yourself think kind of screaming. And honestly, can we talk about the way he just stood there for a moment? Not moving. Not rushing. Just breathing. Letting the energy build. Letting you feel him before he even moved a muscle. How does he do that? How does someone command thousands of people, without even moving? But then, he did move. And everything changed. The first motion was so subtle you could almost miss it, a shift of his shoulders, a slight tilt of his head, his hand brushing through the air like he was painting something invisible. Soft. Controlled. Delicate. And somehow, that softness hit harder than anything. You could see it in the crowd. People weren't just screaming anymore, they were reacting. Like something inside them got pulled. Like they were being drawn into him, into every movement. And just when you think, okay, this is going to be one of those smooth, emotional performances. No. Because that's when the beat dropped again. Harder. Darker. And his entire presence, his entire energy, shifted in an instant. It was insane. 1 second he's fluid, almost fragile, and the next? Sharp. Explosive. Every move hitting like a shockwave. His body snapping into each beat like it owned the music. You guys. I swear the stadium lost its mind right there. People jumping. Crying. Literally grabbing each other like, are you seeing this? And the craziest part? He wasn't even halfway through. There's this moment, and if you know, where everything slows down again. The music softens, the lights dim just slightly, and he steps forward. And he looks out into the crowd. Not past them. Not above them. At them. And it's not just a glance. It lingers. Like he's seeing each person individually. Like he knows exactly what this moment means to them. And tell me, did you feel that too? That connection? Because suddenly, it didn't feel like a massive concert anymore. It felt intimate. Personal. Like he was dancing for you. But don't get too comfortable in that softness. Because what happens next? No one was ready for it. The music builds again, slow at first, almost teasing. You can feel the tension rising, like something's about to break. And he's moving with it, every step perfectly timed, every breath visible, every expression, intentional. And then. The drop. And this time? It's chaos. But controlled chaos. His movements become faster, sharper, more intense than before. Spins that seem impossible. Footwork so precise it almost doesn't look real. And his expression? Completely locked in. Focused. Powerful. Like he's not just dancing anymore, he's telling you something. And the crowd. Gone. Absolutely gone. You can hear it in the screams, there's no structure anymore. It's just pure, raw reaction. People losing their voices, their minds, their sense of reality for a second because what they're witnessing doesn't feel normal. It feels unreal. And just when you think he's reached the peak. Just when you think, okay, there's no way he can top that. He stops. Mid-movement. And everything cuts. Silence. You guys, that silence? It was loud. Like the entire stadium collectively forgot how to breathe. And there he is, standing there, chest rising, sweat catching the light, eyes slightly lowered, and you can see it. The effort. The emotion. The human behind the perfection. And for a second, it's not about the performance anymore. It's about him. And then, he looks up. And smiles. Not a big, flashy smile. Just a small one. Soft. Almost shy. And I don't know how to explain this, but that might have been the most powerful moment of all. Because after everything, the intensity, the precision, the overwhelming energy, that tiny smile reminded everyone why they were there. Why they love him. Why moments like this feel so much bigger than just music. But wait, because it's not over. Not even close. The music starts again, but this time it's different. There's a rhythm to it that feels almost hypnotic. And his movements follow, slower now, more controlled, almost like he's pulling you back in after letting everything explode. And honestly, this part might have been even more dangerous. Because it's not loud. It's not overwhelming. It's quietly powerful. Every gesture feels intentional. Every glance feels loaded. The way he moves his hands, the way his body flows with the music, it's like he's speaking without words. And the crowd. They're not screaming as much anymore. They're watching. Completely locked in. Like they don't want to miss a single second. And then, there's this one move. This one moment. Where everything just clicks. The music, the lighting, his expression, the timing, it all aligns in this perfect, breathtaking second that feels like it lasts forever. And you just sit there thinking, did that really just happen? Did we really just witness that? Because it didn't feel like a performance. It felt like something else. Something you can't fully explain. Something you just feel. And even now, thinking back on it, it's like trying to hold on to something that keeps slipping through your fingers. Because how do you put that into words? How do you explain the way your heart was racing, the way your hands were shaking, the way your eyes couldn't look away? You can't. You just remember. And honestly, there's still more to that night. Moments that people are still talking about. Moments that didn't just make fans scream, but made them stop and feel. And what happened right after that final sequence? That might be the part no one was ready for.